Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live stream. We're going to be talking about Ability Summit today, and I'm super excited that you guys are here. We're going to just get started in just a moment. If you are in chat, please feel free to say hi. That way I know you are here with us. And if you are not subscribed to the channel and you don't know what we do around here, well, I will give you a quick introduction in just a couple of moments here. I'm just going to quickly get things set up and make sure that my tech is working as it should because we all know how that goes sometimes. So that is how we're going to check it out. Let's see here. I'm just making sure that we're set. I am going to close the YouTube window. Okay. So can somebody send me a chat message? I can do that myself if I need to make sure that it's working. I'm also sharing my screen as well, so that way you guys can see the outline and then the chat. So if that way you guys could see all the chats coming on screen. I just want to make sure my chat's working. Let's see, you know what? Let me actually refresh the chat. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's this the restream chat. So I got restream working. So thankful that I got that working. So it seems like my chat's working pretty well. Let me just test it. Let me quickly test it real quick. We're almost ready to get started, folks. So if you guys are waiting, just give me a moment here. Just making sure my chat is working as it should. I think it is working. I might just. I think it's working. Let me just make sure. And thank you for the new subscriber. I just got one as of now. So if you're watching, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Remember, if we get 2,000 subscribers soon, we will be able to get a lucky winner to have a free course of mine on the Techopolis platform. And by the way, this is still partnered with Techopolis. So I'll talk about that in just a moment. But I'm just keeping you guys in suspense. Aren't I? Good at that. Let me quickly make sure. I think my chat's working. Okay. Yay, the chat's working. Awesome. I love my TTS chat. So those who may not know, if you guys have never been here before, my name is Taylor Arndt. I'm a blind YouTuber, and I've been doing this for 5.5 years, non-consistently. Probably my fault. But yeah, we're gonna do another stream. I usually like to cover all these great Microsoft and other kinds of events, and I've got an outline. So if you can see my screen, I've got two different things here. I've got my chat on the left and the outline on the right, so that you guys can see all the chats and outlines that come through. And then I also have my outline and my notes on the right. So that's kind of how we're gonna operate things today. And if you guys are watching, please go ahead and put your name in chat so I know who's around. And if you haven't subscribed or liked the video, please do that as well. And if you guys haven't shared this with your friends or your social media, please do that as well. Let's try to get this channel up to 1,000 subscribers by the end of April. Can we do it? I don't know. That's the goal. Okay, let's get started. Let me go to my chat. Okay, here we go. So, let me quickly talk about our topic. So, Microsoft has an Ability Summit. And if you're not sure what this is a conference. It sometimes is one, sometimes two, or sometimes 3 days, where industry leaders come together and talk about accessibility topics. Now, Microsoft started this in 2010, And this is actually the 15th anniversary. So there was a lot of throwbacks to the first Ability Summit. Okay, there's a lot of throwbacks to it. And they said that the first Ability Summit was literally in 2010, and they were in a room with like 20 people. And they said they literally just ordered a pizza and they had a conference on accessibility. Now it's become 20,000 attendees, right? 20 to 20,000. What a big difference. And like 138 countries. All right. I got checked. Debbie, thank you for being in chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I really appreciate it. So this is again a conference that literally started in, the Microsoft headquarters and now is still in Microsoft headquarters, but it's virtual. And it has grown from 20 to 20,000 in 138 countries. So this is important because especially at this time, we need to think about the accessibility and AI. AI, as you know, is rapidly evolving, right? Rapidly evolving faster than we can even think about. And so we need to make sure that we keep up and that everybody else keeps up with all the innovation in AI. And we need to ensure that the AI that's being created is accessible. So that was a huge theme for today. So why is this important? Well, again, this is the 15th anniversary, 164 countries, so that's a lot of representation. Cutting edge AI innovations, very important. So this is like on the cutting edge of AI, and it's showing exactly what is possible and what Microsoft's been up to. So Microsoft has an accessibility vision, and it started off with Microsoft has been advancing accessibility for over 30 years. That's pretty awesome. I mean, look at the ADA. It's been around for like 30 years, 31, who knows? But Microsoft has been at the cutting edge, right? So Microsoft is one of the first adopters of accessibility and ADA and things. And so they were starting to make accessibility for the past 30 years, which is amazing because Microsoft is 50 years old. So pretty cool. Satya Nadella, who, if you don't know, he's a CEO, and he emphasized that accessibility is a fundamental design principle. This is always amazing to see. So Satya Nadella has a huge commitment to accessibility, and that means awesome, right? Because Satya Nadella is the CEO, and if the CEO is committed to accessibility, that is always a great sign. AI is always creating a key role in inclusive technology. It started to be like a couple years ago, and now it's really shaping up with Copilot and everything else that's going on. So we had a few groundbreaking announcements and innovations, and I'll get to those in a few minutes. And again, if you have any questions or if you want to know anything in chat, just put something in chat saying, "Hey, I need a question about this," or "I've got, whatever," and I will be able to answer your chat messages. We have the Xbox Adaptive Joystick, a new joystick for gamers with limited mobility. This is really cool. Customizable buttons and triggers. Plug and play with Xbox and PC. So it both supports Xbox and PC. Expected release later in 2025, priced at $29.99. So that's not really bad, is it? I mean, if you look at an Xbox controller, right? I'm not sure how much those are. But, to make Xbox gaming more accessible, right? $30. Now, what I would say is why don't we include this in every Xbox controller? Right? Why do you have to pay separately for accessibility? That's just a question I have. Let me know, gamers out there. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm sure Michael will join in chat in just a few minutes. But, I would think that why don't we include this in every Xbox? Xbox? Really? Every Xbox to ensure accessibility for all. But let me know in the chat what you guys think about that. Accessible packaging design guide. Now, this is very fascinating to me, actually, because a new guide for brands to create accessible packaging. I never thought about accessible packaging, y'all. Like, that never crossed my mind. I work in web and digital accessibility and sometimes physical, but packaging accessibility? That is something I've actually never thought about. But, it's kind of a good point. Includes tactile markers and large print, braille, and tactile QR codes. Again, I've never thought about packaging accessibility. It's just something I never thought about. Helps blind and low vision people identify products independently. Again, this is amazing. I guess I wonder a couple things. Number one, who is going to be using this packaging and is it going to actually make a difference in the industry? Right? So that's what I want to know. And point two is this going to be an undue burden to companies, right? Like, is this going to make it a lot more expensive to manufacture? Look, I am not in the packaging industry. I don't know really anything about packaging. So if you guys know a lot about this subject, let me know because I want to try to see how, we can talk about this and see how we can learn from each other because I don't know a lot about packaging, right? But this is something that is intriguing is that the accessible packaging. I know yesterday we were doing a CSUN and South by Southwest live stream and we talked about Procter and Gamble. They have these like tactile mark systems and if you want to go check out that live stream that was yesterday. And so I'm wondering if this is something related to that and I'm wondering if there's a standard for that now. And again, if you have any questions, put them in chat in the comments if you're watching later. AI powered accessibility features. Now, this is where we get into AI powered accessibility stuff. Enhanced Microsoft Narrator AI powered. Now, what I will say about this seems impressive. However, there's a couple caveats that you need to be aware of. One, you have to have a Copilot Plus PC. Not very indicative. Well, that's not a bad word choice. Not really accessible in quote unquote for people who don't have Copilot Plus PCs. Now, my question, because this is actually using on-device AI, why don't they allow this to be working with like NVIDIA PCs or other kinds of PCs with good graphics cards? Why does it have to be a Copilot Plus PC? So let's talk about that. Like, why does it have to be Copilot Plus PC? Can't we just use it with like an NVIDIA, like a good graphics card, like a 4070 or 4080 or, whatever, 5090? Right? Why does this have to be on Microsoft? I mean, I understand like for their hardware, but like, couldn't they make this available for NVIDIA? I understand it's all like on device, and that's great. I love on device AI. But I also think we want to make sure this is accessible for all. The next question I have about this is why don't we make it available for all screen readers? Right? We have it on Microsoft Narrator. Why don't we involve this with JAWS? I mean, JAWS is picture smart, but still, like, make this computer wide, not just for Narrator. What do you guys think about that? Because that's kind of my opinion. I'm wondering to see what you guys are thinking because I think that this is a good idea, but I definitely want more adoption in different screen readers in different environments. So let me know what you guys think. Narrator provides AI image descriptions. Instead of saying images, it describes images, objects, and colors. Again, this is cool. Example, a smiling woman holding a guide dog in the park. Like I said, this is cool, but there's so many other things that can do it. What set this apart from UI, right? Other than that on device, which is of course always what I prefer. But other than that, what sets this apart? Like, let's have a discussion about that. Available in Windows Insider Preview later in 2025. Microsoft Neural Voice and Tobai partnership, Dynavox partnership. AI lifelike voices for assistive communication. Now, this is for people who have trouble with speech. Supports over 50 languages. Designed with people with speech disabilities in mind. So it's kind of about the accessibility deal. And it seems very interesting. I don't have these kind of issues, but I know a lot of people who do. And they also have a way for researchers to be able to get that data so they can help train their own AI, which is amazing. Of course, the data is, people who have speech disabilities can opt in to like send samples. And so it's not just random people. So don't worry about privacy. I mean, Microsoft has a whole like privacy safeguard. So don't worry about that just yet. But that's something to keep in mind is about the speech samples from the participants. Microsoft Teams AI sign language features. Now, I thought this was fascinating. Like, how are they having a sign language interpreter in Teams? Now, this, like I said, this seems really fascinating. I won't lie. AI can identify sign language users and I'm not AI. Blah blah blah. Let me reverse. Yeah, AI can now identify sign language users and prioritize their video. Now, how do they identify sign language users? Like, does the person do the sign language? Like, how does that work? Let me know. It will prioritize their video feed teams, ensures better visibility for hard of hearing and deaf users. Expected release mid to late 2025. So a lot of this stuff has not been released yet, folks. AI empowering neurodiverse talent. Now, if you guys have followed this YouTube channel for a number of months or even, just today, you may know or may not know that I have ADHD and undiagnosed autism. And so this really hit home for me because look, sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie, folks, communication and other things can be a little bit hard for me because it's just difficult. It's difficult for me to bleh. Wow. Yeah, communication is difficult. It's difficult for me to relate to other people, and it's also difficult for me to try to communicate with people, right? Because I may not have the same interests as they do. And so I am neurodiverse, as they say. And, this really hits home for me. Helps neurodiverse users improve productivity. Now, I'm gonna, say the first thing is like I'm interested in trying this, so who knows? Maybe I'll be able to get my organization to be able to pay for a month so I can try it out and let you guys know. 76% of neurodiverse employees reported higher productivity using Copilot. Now, this is amazing. Again, it makes me want to try it. Team Reflow helps ADHD users by decluttering workspace. That may not help me because I'm also blind, so that the visual problems is not huge. PowerPoint Designer assists with creating visually appealing slides with, without formatting stress. Though this could be helpful for blind people too. Trust me, not just ADHD, but blind people. Okay, so like I said, if anybody has any questions in chat, you guys are really quiet tonight. And if you have any questions, let me know. Or if you want to contact me on Mastodon, tayarnt@techopolis.social, let me put it in chat so you guys can find it. Okay, so that is my Mastodon. So if you want to follow me there, you can go ahead and do so. Or all my links are in the description. And yeah, that is that. So if you have any questions or you have problems with YouTube chat, you can still get a hold of me. Oops. Accessible skilling and training program, free training for everyone. Now, this is really cool. Microsoft has trained over 5 million learners in their free accessibility training. Covers AI and accessibility best practices. Available online for free for individuals and organizations. Hold on a minute, my screen reader might froze. Okay. Yep. Special Olympics collaboration AI for athletes. Now this is interesting how they did this. It was very interesting all the audio description, like they described everything that the Copilot users and the AI was doing. Helping Special Olympics athletes and coaches. Assist with training schedules and game strategies. Preparing for the Special Olympics Winter Games in Italy. So that's about the Special Olympics. Again, this all seems really fascinating. Let's see. Leadership and accessibility and personal stories. Dave Dame, senior user experience for AI. Senior director of accessibility, sorry. And he shares his experience because he's a quadriplegic using AI tools for productivity and communication. Highlights the importance of accessible and usable design and communication. And we have one more action item here. And then again, if you guys don't have any questions, that's really the big recap. And then I'll give you some of my thoughts. It shows a lot of groundbreaking innovations and inaccessibility. Wow, not inaccessibility. Inaccessibility. Let's make sure that AI benefits everyone because it's transforming accessibility. Try out Microsoft's new accessibility features and provide feedback. Join the free accessibility skilling program. Now, I'm going to share my outline in the description. And in that outline, I have all the links to everything where I got this article and where I, have like the skilling and all the links that you'll need to know. So I'll put this in the description. This is just my outline. So that way you guys can refer to it later. Resources. So those are all the resources that I have. Now let me give you a couple thoughts. Again, let me make sure that you guys, if you have any questions, put in the chat. I want to hear some interaction from you guys. So here's my thoughts. This Copilot and neurodiversity thing really hit home. What do I think? Well, I think that, and I said this on Mastodon and X and everywhere else I post, Copilot is an amazing thing. However, why don't they take what Google did and they make it for free in their workspace? Even if they have to raise it by like $2 a month, at least all the businesses will have Copilot. Why do we have to pay $30 a month extra? Like, tell me how that's a value added when I can get Gemini for free in my Google workspace for the organization. Right? Tell me how that works. Because honestly, if they're going to compete with Google, they need to compete with Google. Okay, number one. Number two, they should have ways for startups to be able to get like grants or things to try it out. And, this is something that's very important because that way people can try it out and be able to give feedback. And not even just feedback, but like, well, try it out, see how they like it because startups don't have limitless capital, folks. Startups do not have limitless capital, and we need to be able to try it without feeling like we're going to spend a whole bunch of money up front. So, those are my thoughts. I wish I had a free trial. This is definitely a thing I wish it did. And let me make sure chat. I see a chat coming through. Okay, we're good. I'm seeing things. So those are something I think about. I also think that people should really ensure that the Copilot experience, like when it generates code, and especially in GitHub Copilot, is accessible. Oftentimes, and I'm going to talk about this also, what I find is that the code that AI generates is inaccessible. You want to know the most pitfall that I see? Using H6 and H5 as H1 and H2 respectively. That's right, the heading order flipped. That's the most common accessibility violation I see in AI generated code. And that is beyond inaccessible links or buttons that are not labeled. And that is beyond tables that are not accessible header cells. And that is also beyond images without alt text. That's right, the simple heading screws up AI. Now, I'm not sure why this is, to be honest with you folks. I'm not exactly sure, but what I can tell you for sure is that it's really perplexing, right? Why is it messing up headings for accessibility? Because it's like, why are you using H5 and H6 as like top level headings? I don't know. I think what it's trying to do is make what I call fake headings, where it's trying to visually style, but it's also using headings instead of bolding. But let me know what you guys think, because honestly, like I said, this is something that's very important. And I also think that, they also talk about wheelchairs and like how 32 wheelchairs get broken a day in the US. That is crazy. I don't know what I think about that. Like, come on, why is it so hard to break a wheelchair? Okay. Let me know, because like that just seems kind of cuckoo. But yeah, these are some of the things that I took away from Ability Summit. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. It was a pretty good event. Kind of boring at parts, I won't lie, but it was definitely a good time. Um, I had a lot of fun, and it was definitely a great event. But let me know what you guys think in the chat or the comments, depending on when you're watching this. But I don't really have anything else on my end. So if you guys want to stick around, I'm going to get chats for a few more minutes, and then I'll end the stream if nobody else has anything important to talk about. Well, I mean, not important, but if anybody else has anything to talk about. I'm just going to check my chat, but I'm not seeing anything, so you guys are pretty quiet tonight. But this is really, I mean, it was a pretty long day event, but it was definitely, there was not a whole lot to talk about, but there were some notable things. Definitely, for sure. But before we go, I got one more thing to talk about. Sponsor, well, partner, whatever we call it. So, did you know that Techopolis Online Solutions has many different courses to fit your needs? If you want to learn about Python or the Mac terminal, we can have you covered. And with one low subscription of $25 a year or $2.50 if you use my promo code TaylorArtYouTube, I'm putting it in the chat right now. So TaylorArndt YouTube, you can save $25 off your yearly subscription, bringing it down to $25. That's right, you get 50% off Techopolis All Access. Plus, most, if not all, of our courses are fully accessible, so anybody can learn how to code today. Even with the rise of AI, you still want to make sure that you have the coding fundamentals. There's no better place to learn than Techopolis courses. Go to takecourses.net to find out more and to sign up for Techopolis All Access today. You can also go to Techopolis, Techopolis .online to find out all of our services. In addition, all this information is in the description. And so if you want to book services with us for your accessibility needs, or you want to talk about AI, or you want to talk about training, we also offer private training as well. We are able to do that. And again, takecourses.net, Taylor Art YouTube as your promo code. And we are trying to get 100 students in Techopolis All Access. So, and again, also, you can win a Techopolis course for free in the 1,000 subscribers giveaway if you get me up to 1,000 subscribers. All right. So that is going to do it for today. As long as we don't have any more chats. If we do, I'll stick around, but I'm not seeing any, so I'm going to give it a few minutes. But remember, takecourses.net. I'm going to put that in the promo code, the chat. So that's the promo code, takecourses.net. There you go. So that will do it. Again, I'm going to make sure we have no more chats, but I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. And feel free to comment and subscribe. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers so I can give away a free course. I'm sure somebody's going to like that. And tell your friends, tell everybody you know, and let's try to get this company going. Jessica, the live stream immediately following this, when I end the stream, it will be available so you could rewatch it. There's no, like, it won't go down or anything. The stream will be available for you to see it. That is in case, everybody's available to see it. So that is definitely available for you. But all the resources are in the description, and I'm going to throw in the outline that I use so you guys can understand everything, if you want the notes, because I know sometimes that helps people. So I'm going to throw that in the description, and if it doesn't fit, I'll just throw it in a Word doc as a link. So that's that. Any more questions before we end for today? Again, share tell it with your friends, share it anywhere you know, and yeah, let's try to get this channel up so we can try to get a free course for some lucky winner. Okay, I don't see any more chats. So we're going to go ahead and end it for the day, but I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Tell your friends, hey, even tell people at Microsoft. Let's try to get this going. I hope you guys enjoy your day and have a wonderful day. I'm going to go hang out. We're going to go try some GitHub Copilot stuff because they have a whole new update. So I'll keep you guys posted on the GitHub Copilot update. So anyway, I will head out for today and keep, uh, you know, also every Tuesday, this is a new announcement, so hold on, people. Don't leave yet. Every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central, we are partnering with the Laurel Wheeler Foundation to do the Learn to Code Free Code Camp Social. So if you cannot make it one day, all the recordings will be on this YouTube channel. That's right. My YouTube channel has all the recordings on it for the Laurel Wheeler Foundation Zoom. And I will share all the links so you can join live in Zoom. Or if you prefer to join on YouTube, that as well as, good as well. But definitely something to look forward to if you want to learn to code with Free Code Camp. Laurel Wheeler Foundation is a great foundation. And if you need tech trainer or you need, assistive technology, they help with that too. LaurelWheelerFoundation.org. So that is something to keep in mind as well. I'm going to put more resources and things on that in Mastodon and X and all my social media. But that is a breaking news announcement just finalized today. So anyways, I'm going to head out, y'all, and hope you guys have a wonderful day.